You sound good? Cool, cool, good. Some of y'all probably going to work, and it's great to have a job, right? And you're alive, and God woke you up this morning, and you got out of bed on your own 2 feet, and you got in your car on your own accord, and drove. Hey, you doing a lot better than a lot of people. So please don't take the little things like that for granted in your life, because we take things for granted every single day. And every day that you live, count that as a blessing, because some people aren't living the life you live in. And some people would actually love to have your life, believe it or not, even though you may think it's bad or it's not good in some instances, or it could be better. Just try to always keep that in mind when we have to deal with things in our lives. So you lost your job? Well, you know what? I lost a job too, Big E. I lost plenty of jobs in my life. And when I lost a job, actually always my next job was better than the previous job. I made more money and better benefits and so on. So never look at a job loss as something bad. Look at that as an opportunity for the next step, because some of us won't leave a job. And I've learned that maybe sometime the good Lord know you won't leave the job, so he allows something to happen to get you out of that job, because when I step to the next job, there's always something better. So I just want to hopefully encourage you on that it's going to be better. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clear this off. Enough people, I think, is on the room. And if you have not been here, first of all, thank you guys for joining us early in the morning. We have 548 people watching in an impromptu stream. And this is why I tell you guys, I don't plan my streams. I see something, I got to talk while it's on my mind. That way you get the raw feelings out of it. So I appreciate you guys joining us early in the morning, like here, at least 7:22 in the morning here in Texas. But let me screenshot something, and we're going to start on Umar Johnson first. So let me screenshot this, and we're going to look at this together. And you know what? Hold on. Let me scoot this over, and let's look at this together. And then, like I said, once we cover these two areas, I'll put in the call-in number, let you guys call in early in the morning, and let's talk about the topic here. All right, we'll get that on the screen. Just give me a second. I don't have a staff. As you guys know, everything is on me to do, but that's okay. I deal with it as I can. Let's make this a little bigger here. Where we at? There we go. All right. Slide to the side. All right. So this is from the page of Dr. Umar Johnson. Now, I've had people send me this, and some other people have posted videos about it. This really bothered me in a lot of ways, but we'll read it and then we'll talk about it. So Dr. Umar Johnson on Instagram, he posts paperwork he was sent to go to court. Now, as you can see, here's a Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Department of State board before the State Board of Psychology. Now, there's many people that were always harassing that man about his credentials. And if he did not have a doctorate, he would not be getting his paperwork. Okay. So let's read what he says. He says, sometimes I ask myself, why did I start this campaign? I'm ready to return all the donations and move to Africa in an effort to give our boys the school they deserve. I've had countless coons constantly harass white people in the power structure until they've decided to strip me of my credentials, arrest my fund, and audit me. Hundreds of phone calls to my degree granting institutions, harassing them about my credentials, the same questions over and over again on every radio show, countless social network jokes, and campaigns to diminish the credibility of one man Black parents can count on to assist for free with saving their children from the mental health and miseducation systems. This is the thanks I get for helping. Hold on, I missed my spot. To save a generation of Black boys. On top of all the betrayals, I've had my own father join in on the fun. This Kwanzaa tour will be my farewell conscious community tour for a while. I'm taking a break from social network as well. I need to take care of me now. I will keep pushing for the school until my detractors successfully kill that campaign also. Whether we succeed or fail, just know that my intentions were honorable and I tried my best. This is another victory for the mentally enslaved. And as you see here, excuse me for a second. All right, so he says here, I've been ordered to stand trial in Harrisburg on January 8, 2018, before the Board of Psychology to be stripped of my school psychology credential as a result of constant complaints from members of my race pleading to the white man via phone and mail to bring an end to my professional career. Of course, he's saying that out of frustration, but he said they achieved their goal. Now, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Dr. Umar Johnson said things I disagree with. Yeah, he has said things. Has he handled things in ways that I wouldn't have handled them? Yes. I remember, of course, everybody knows 2 years ago, the big scandal that he had with the female and all that. I even tried to reach out to him myself, let him tell his side of the story. He never wanted to come tell his side of the story. That was fine on that. He didn't have to do that. I did a video myself 2 years ago, and then I make a lot of older videos as well. Speaking about how he was speaking to the people on the regards to raising funds. I didn't agree the way he was speaking, but that's just my disagreement on that. Not disagreement with him as a whole. And as black people, our biggest problem is we can't critique each other without making it a war or a big beef. You could say, hey, I disagree with you on this point, but it doesn't mean I hate you. I may say, well, you maybe would be better to handle it this way, but doesn't mean it's not right. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to Umar Johnson, I have personally seen, because I watch everything and I listen to a lot. I tell people that watch more, listen more, speak less. And I know it may seem that I speak a lot more because I'm always constantly putting up videos, but I'm telling you, I watch and listen a lot more than I speak. And when I saw with his situation, I've never seen black folks question any white doctor about their credentials. I've never seen it. Not one time. Black folks, when they want to be after you, they will come after you. They can't just say, well, I don't like the guy. I just not going to listen to the guy. I'm not going to go to the lectures. I'm not going to just leave him alone. I don't like what he got going on. And some black folks do that. But then some will troll, some will harass, some will act like they have a personal vendetta against people that you don't even know. They've never been in your home, they never messed with your children. They haven't caused you to lose a job or whatever the case may be. It's nothing personal, but people take this internet so personal, like you actually know these people. And I look at how we were mobilized to do some dirt real quick, unfortunately, a whole lot more than positive, even though it's something that positive black folks did do in Memphis, and I'll get to that, but that's not the point of the stream. But we were mobilized so quick to destroy a black person. Do you know that there are black people that are looking and waiting for any black person who has a minimal voice to fall? There are people that want this man to fall. They want me to fall. They want others to fall. And I seen that firsthand with my own self, and my eyes got open, and I understand his anger in that post because I was angry too at one point in time, especially with this, all this situation happened back in March of this year. You know what I'm talking about. In my mind, I say, oh, surely this would be a piece of cake. We keep rolling, forget YouTube, whatever. And I was attacked beyond attacked by a bunch of black men, not even black women, bunch of black men, all the comments, all the nasty things that were said to me. And that just opened my eyes. And if I didn't have the proper maturity, I would have had the attitude like, F y'all, I'm going to just do what is good for me and I'm going to get bread. If that's the mentality I truly had, because you will be tested, unfortunately. And the bad part about us in the black community is because a lot of us genuinely hate black people. I'm going to repeat that. A lot of us in our community literally hate black people. We hate black people just as much as a white supremacist hate black people, especially when it comes to black men. Is black men, if they get just a little step up, just a little bit, they are attacked by other black folks, especially other black men, and white supremacy. Do you understand, as a black man, we don't get a break? No matter what we do, we never get a break. First of all, we are black, which is strike one in America, especially in the system of white supremacy. You're black and you're a black male. That is just a problem. So we got to deal with being a black male every day. We have to deal with all the stereotypes. We have to deal with not being hired for jobs, not because we don't have the skills or not because we had this extensive criminal background, but just because we are a black male. And in this system of white supremacy on jobs, for instance, they rather hire a black female. Why? Because the black female isn't a direct competition, or they don't look at the black female as an enemy like they look at the black male. So we are dealing with that daily. Matter of fact, they would rather hire the black female first, the gay black male second, because they don't view the gay black male as a threat like they view the straight, especially alpha black male. So you got to deal with that. You got to deal with the police. No matter what your status is, you got to deal with that. Just recently, Puffy said that he wanted to buy the Carolina Panthers, and they was berating him on a local television station, laughing at him, saying, oh, he ain't got no money to do that. He just stay in his lane and just do music. And you never hear a white man being disparaged when he says that he wants to buy a team, or he wants to do whatever. Nobody brings up his economic status or what he has. He don't know what moves Puffy would make to try to make that happen. Nobody knows, but they want to disparage him. So no matter how high you get, even if you become a president, as you saw Barack Obama, you still will not be respected in this country as a black man. And it hurts even more when black people do that to you. Listen, we can deal with it when it's white supremacy. Matter of fact, we expect it for racists to do it. But when our own do it, when our own brothers do it, when our own sisters do it, they got some people that black men can't do nothing right. We breathe wrong, and that's just a thing. We can't even walk down the street. No, I ain't talking about white supremacy. I'm talking about with black folks. We can't do nothing right. We say, hey, black men are doing this. Nah, but you're doing that. Like sometimes I'm like, who need white supremacists to really attack us if you think about it sometime? The reason why black men coon, I'm talking about that too. Why you say, why is more black male coons than female coons? I'm going to tell you why. Some black men give up. The Jesse Lee Petersons of the world and the Larry Elders of the world, I look at them as black men who just gave up. Some black men can't deal with the pressure of being a black man every single day. And some of them just say, I can't deal with it. It's easier to coon. At least if I'm cooning, I get some money. White folks will leave me alone for a little while. I don't have the problems. And they give up. And it's easier to shuck and jive. It's so easy to do that. And since black men, even black boys, you have a pressure on you every freaking day. Every day is a pressure on you. You doing especially as a man, you doing the exact same things as your Caucasian counterparts, but you can't get to where they at. Not because you're not talented, not because you don't have the expertise or whatever, just because of the color of your skin, because it's not a talent situation. We are expected to be the leaders in our community. We're attacked within, we're attacked without. No other race of people are attacked like black men are attacked. Nobody. Everybody else is left alone to their own vices. Even the great people, Martin Luther King, he was stabbed by a black person, a black woman to be exact. He was stabbed by a black person. You look at Malcolm X. He was killed by black folks. Yes, I know the FBI was involved and all. I know that. Trust me, I know. But that's what happened to Malcolm X. Somebody that fought for us. You look at Marcus Garvey, how black folks was causing him problems. Why do we attack each other so much? It's hard to fight for us when we attack us all the time. How can a person not get tired and respond the way Dr. Umar Johnson is responding? Listen, anybody that go through school and get their doctorate degree, man, my hat's off to you. I respect that. That's a long time in school. But just because people want to discredit that man is because you didn't like him or you didn't like his positions, and my God, because he said he don't agree with black folks being with white folks, there were more black folks that attacked that man than white folks. I mean, when I saw that, I say, wow. I mean, is black folks that bad? I mean, my God, the man does not controlling you. You do what you want to do. But just because he said it, like, how dare he said that? Roland Martin, you saw the way he treated him on the show. They ganged up and attacked dude. But people been attacking him for years, and you know, he wanted to do a school, and I feel there's other ways he possibly could have did that, hook up with certain people. But I don't know the man's, you know, thing. I don't know. But if I feel if it was me, I know a few people just even came on this show that we probably could have got a school going if that's what he wanted to do, right? But like I say, as his vision, he do it the way he think he need to do it. But the fact is, that really bothered me, because my thing is how when I see other people deal with issues, I look at it like that could be me. I always look at things like, what would make him so special that I couldn't go through the same thing? I could deal with the same thing. This is why I don't tolerate certain conversations. This is why I don't even engage certain people, because I just won't deal with what I consider the low-hanging fruit conversation, or I won't allow people to have certain arguments with me because I know where it's going to go. Because if you go and you one up certain people, then they get to this mindset. They start stalking and trolling and want to bother you and doing the thing like calling them folks. Why? Like, what would you get out of calling them folks and trying to get that man to lose his stuff? I don't get it. I don't see how that would change his opinion on anything. So, I mean, what do you want him to do? Just to be quiet and go sit down and chill? You know, well, you want him to start cooning? Because let's say if he start cooning, then you'd be mad at that. You barely have people speak for black people. And do you know it's not a lot of money in speaking for black people? It's not like, you know, some people say, oh, they're making all this money. No, the money isn't speaking for black people. The money is in cooning. The money is what's that girl? That Candace Owens female. The money is in doing what she's doing. Or Diamond and Silk. Or Sheriff Clark. Or Jesse Lee Peterson. The money is in that. The money is not speaking for black people. You don't get the support, not by the full support by the community. You're attacked by a portion of the community, saying that you are racist when you don't even know the definition of racist. That's why I hate. That's why in the moment when anybody calls me racist in the comment section, I block them immediately. I'm letting you know, if you call me racist, I'm blocking you, because it's nothing that I promote to say that Philip and his skin color is more superior than anyone else. I don't say that in none of my videos. So you can't come to me with that. But I don't like this. I don't like that. I think it's too much. It's too far. Yeah, Sister Lisa Cabrera, you're right. You're right about that. My thing is, when it comes to black people, You want to attack them like a swarm of bees for anything. But when them white folks tell you the exact same thing, you looking around like they didn't tell you nothing. That's my thing is, if you're gonna be attacking people, be consistent. That way you say, man, shoot, you say something, it's on. But no, it's not like that. This is why, even with my situation here, it's certain interviews that I have stopped doing because my audience don't even want to see certain content. And I say, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time putting up certain content when people don't watch it. I mean, it's all kind of things all over the place. If it's not black people attacking each other, we rationalizing racism. We are fighting, and I'm trying to understand that the fight to lay down and procreate and marry Caucasians when they haven't shown us in 400 years that they have love for us like that. And it's just not really common sense. It's not a hate for people. I'm just saying, if you gonna have some sort of love for me, it needs to be reciprocated. And I can't say on the individual level, oh, this one person, no. Because at the end of the day, I couldn't be with a woman that has a social hierarchy in my house that she's higher than me from the get-go. I couldn't do it. No. But black folks attack me for saying the same thing. Like, I ain't saying the way he said it, but I said it, and they attack me. Oh, well, this one do it, that one do it. Well, why can't I do this? And why can't I? Look, man, you do what you want. My thing is, you do what you want to do. Only thing that I'm saying is, if something happened, don't write me. Don't say, man, you told me not. No, I don't want to hear it. Go be with them people. Oh, another thing. The Omarosa video. Something else I learned new about that. Boy, them folks don't like them high IQ people. They don't like when you tell the coonettes or coons you can't come back to the black community. They were pissed at me for saying that. You could have sworn I went off on them. I'm talking to Omarosa and what she's doing, and they were pissed. I had this Caucasian that live around here leaving comments on my page, and like I said, if he took it one step further, I was gonna give him what he wanted. I was gonna give him some attention. The last time I gave one of them attention, he was crying, but he was hot. Now I talk about Omarosa. If you go to the comment section of that video, they were hot with me. And you had some black folks say, well, who are you to say who could be in the black community and who can't be in the black community? I just shake my head. No, I don't have the full-fledged authority to say who's in and who's out, but I'm putting out the message to try hopefully get people to realize those kind of people are compromised. So you can't really trust them because at any given moment, they can go right back to where they're at. I've had some people that was just so genius. I mean, they got such a high IQ. I said in those videos that a black person that works for a white person can't go back to the black community. Boy, it's amazing the high IQ. You can't listen. You can't disseminate words. I didn't say that at all. It had nothing to do with it. And I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to black folks. That's why sometimes, but we need to stop attacking each other. Disagree is fine, but stop attacking each other. Listen, I can't listen to videos when I start feeling that negative spirit. When I hear people's videos and Sister Kimberly, you know what I'm talking about. When somebody makes a video, sometimes they got a spirit behind what they're doing. And then when I start feeling that negative and I start feeling that vexation on my spirit, I can't listen to that. I can't be listening to negativity. I'm not talking about reporting the news and covering topics. I'm talking about negativity. You know, the black man no good, the black woman no good. I can't listen to them videos because I'm like, wait a minute. I know good black men in my life. I know great black women in my life. I know on both sides. So you can't tell me that's just the majority of the black community. And if I don't do nothing but speak well for the sake of those people, they're part of my community. I'm not going to trash them. And I'm more optimistic about my community than most. I mean, a lot of people tell me I'm too optimistic. Some people say I should just give up and leave it alone. But I just believe that we could turn around and be better as a people. Oh, shout out to the wow, I just looked up. Man, thank you guys for watching. It's a little over 1,000 you guys watching. Appreciate it. Now that's that on Umar Johnson. And we can touch that when we start taking calls. But let me get to the next thing I want to talk about here. Let me see if I can move this up. Cause this is the next thing that's bothering me here. Let's move this to the side here. Issa Rae. Let's talk about that. Issa Rae is working on a show about the love life of a bisexual black man. And listen what it says, and we are here for it. Now, it is a white woman that's wrote this. She says she is here for that. Before we even get into that, there's been a great attack on the black man. Outside of black people attacking black people, now we're going to talk about the black man. The black man is supposed to be the leader of his community, okay? The black man, as of, I noticed, definitely since Trump got in office, a little bit more now, it seemed like, I don't know, the Bilderberg group or all these other think tanks got together and say, you know what, we about to really get at the black man, because it is reminiscent of the 80s, but a little worse. Now, you know, back in the 80s, they brought black women on TV to disparage black men on Donahue, Sally Jesse Raphael, who's the other one? Jenny Jones. I mean, those of you in my age group, you know who the people I'm talking about. You know, a little bit in the 90s, Ricky Lake, Oprah, and many other shows. And all they did was trash black men. They spoke ill of black men, and they never allowed black men to speak how they feel in this country or what they go through. Well, today is a lot worse, because now you have a conglomerate of people coming together to try to destroy black men. You have the Amber Phillips of the world, which represent the feminists, and that female just talked so egregious, and we did a live stream on her. You have the bed wenches who literally worship the feet of Caucasian males, who use terms and say if you're pregnant with a black male child, abort them. They're doing everything they can to worship the Caucasian male and attack black men. And what I say about them is, if they were truly happy with the Caucasian male, they would mention black men, because you got the white man that you wanted, or the whatever man that you want, you got him. You like, forget black men and then to talk about, I'm happy now, right? You have the coons, of course, attacking black men as usual. And you have people in the media like Issa Rae here, all joining together to attack black men. Now, of all the things this woman can make about the love life of something, this is what this woman wants to put up on HBO. And you got to understand, white supremacy is all behind this. White supremacy is supporting this show, or with the show she's about to put out, because she's been given 2 more shows. Okay. Now she could talk about the love life. What's wrong with the love life of a black family, or a love life just of a black man? What he go through in dating or whatever, maybe trying to find a wife or something to that effect. No. You're going to put that up. They're not going to put up anything with straight black men loving their family, working hard. The last kind of show I seen more realistic, Blackish was good, but I don't know if you remember Lincoln Heights. That show, Lincoln Heights, where the brother was a police officer. He lived in the black community. Look, I like that. That show was great. Why couldn't you do a show like that? You know what I'm saying? No, you know, the dad was a strong leader of the household, just a great man, you know, for his family, right? Couldn't do that. So this is what Issa Rae wants to do here. And of course, a lot of people was very upset by this, male and female. Don't get me wrong. They were very, very upset with her for this, because I see the propaganda behind this. Now, they had one sister, and sister, if you're listening to the live stream right now, she said, well, is gay black men part of the community? I didn't say that, but who's part, who's not. What I'm saying is, even Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, okay, she talked about how they work to feminize the black man. And those who are considered bisexual and gay black men, they're not a threat to white supremacy. They're not. How do you think Don Lemon survived the black purge of black journalists on mainstream media? Why do you think he survived that? I told you, they'd rather hire a gay black man on his job than a straight black man. They don't want to hire straight black men. They are threatened by that. So what she's doing, and HBO's green light now, the same HBO, this woman's at a network where the same HBO is about to come out with a Confederate show. They about to come out with a Confederate show on that same network. And I know you heard the same guys who did Game of Thrones. They coming out with if the South would have won the Civil War. That's the show they about to put up on HBO. So HBO is putting up a show about Confederates winning the Civil War. Obviously, black folks will still be enslaved. And then they green lighting Issa Rae to put up this show. And this woman, her parents is from Senegal, okay? And this is something I've noticed. Some of our African brothers and sisters, they really be shucking and jiving a lot more than we shuck and jive here. Because we know in African nations, I've talked to a lot of them. You know, I've interviewed a lot of them, okay? They be shucking and jive. They shuck and jive for real over there. And so it don't surprise me to see this. It doesn't surprise me. But I say as black men, we need to speak up. Now, I'm not even, now some black women won't speak up, fine. But the thing is, you know, the only issue that I'm seeing with some sisters are speaking out heavy, but they don't come out as heavy as maybe they would on some other issues. Now, I know there's a female camaraderie. I know they don't like to attack other women like that, but you know, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Now, one thing the white supremacists believe in, I agree with them with, they believe in securing a future for their children. They believe in it, that 14 words they believe in. But yeah, we don't think like that. We don't think about, wait a minute, what's going to happen to my kids? What's going to happen to my great grandkids and so on and so forth? What's going to happen to them in our community? I mean, because as a black man, every day, if they're not trying to kill you, they're trying to jail you. If they're not trying to jail you, they're trying to destroy your character. If they're not trying to destroy your character, they're trying to destroy your manhood. Obviously, what you see here, if they're not trying to destroy your manhood, they're trying to break your spirit. If they're not trying to break your spirit, they're trying to keep you broke because you can't get a job, not because you're not educated or you can't do a job. They rather hire an illegal immigrant to do a job over you. That's it. And let me tell you something else that they do on these jobs. You know, that so-called, and black folks need to really get into this, the so-called word minority. That word minority got to go, because what some jobs are doing, I've noticed this, they will hire other minority groups, Mexicans, Arabs, Asians, whatever else, and they won't hire you. And yet they're actually within compliance of affirmative action. So they don't have to hire you. See, they talk about black men. Oh, well, black men don't want to have jobs. What, you know, the thing is, this system is so screwed up, and they control everything. They control, as Neely Fuller talked about, the 9 areas that they control, and economics is one of them. Labor is another one that they control. So they purposely screw black men. How many brothers out there is extremely smart, but brothers can't get a job in Silicon Valley? They will ship in Indians from India, different Asians from China, Japan, to come over here to Silicon Valley to be making that $75 to $120 an hour jobs, right? But they won't give a brother that job. And that brother could be smart as all get out and could do the job, but they won't give it to him. And now, that's one thing I do agree with Donald Trump about. I don't agree with them shipping all these people in here and we can't even get a job. Now, I have to agree with him on that. The other thing that he's doing, I don't know. Francesca, let's say you should too in the new year. Okay, well, Francesca, I got something special for you guys coming up for the new year, but I'll let you guys know on Patreon. You say, what did Umar do? Umar didn't do anything wrong. He got paperwork in from the state saying they want to take him in to possibly revoke his license. He said because people kept calling, reporting him, saying all kind of things, and he's very upset by it. So that's really what that is. You say they'll give those jobs to Africans. That's still an immigrant, not a black person that's here. Black people that are here built this country. Why can't black people have those jobs? So some things that they folks are doing, we have to really get a little bit more into it because we need jobs. Black men need jobs. How they gonna take care of their family? You think some black men are put in a position where they can't get a job? And when you look at media propaganda, such as what Issa is doing, okay, that's bad. And that's why we have to counter media propaganda. It doesn't make sense for us to allow Issa to get away with this. Listen, I know the white supremacy going to push that, but she should not be comfortable putting out that show. Because she know good and well in Senegal, they wouldn't let her put that show out. You think in any African nation, they're going to let that go on? That kind of show? Please. African nations don't play that. So why does she think that she going to come over here growing up in Senegal? Her parents from Senegal. And yet she going to come over here and pull this mess. She know good and well she wouldn't get away with that. Now, what I want to do is give me a second. I'm going to start the show here with the calls. So just give me a quick second. And maybe you guys can enlighten me on some things about. And then when you guys call in, Let's talk about, how black people attack each other. And talk about Issa Rae. So just give me a second. Oh, you know what? I dialed the wrong number. Yeah, let y'all know I don't call in to this show too much, right? Hold on, just give me a second. I can't see the comments, so I'm just talking to y'all. Oh, 3, 5, 1, 0, 6, 8. All right. We could. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the phone number is on the line. As you see there. Well, I ain't a lesbian. Huh. Well, anyway, the phone number's on the line. I was kind of reading some of you guys' comments. 646-668-2356. A lot of people say, why you don't take calls? Well, today I'm going to take calls. Y'all know how I am with the calls. Please know what you're going to say in advance. I appreciate that because, other people get on the line, they get mad at me and they say, well, I couldn't get in and I like to talk. So, yeah, the attack on black men is definitely real. And that's the thing. Without the men of any community the community dies. That's just really how it is. Anytime you had a conquering nation or tribe, when they kill off all the men and they take all the women, those people are eradicated, because you need the men to carry on the community. Yeah, Issa Rae, yes, she does get paid to do what she's doing. It's easy to do what she's doing, stereotypical things. Yeah, it's like every day I'm seeing that Kevin King, and it's sad, bro. It's like you gotta like not even pay attention to it. Like, some of them hate us more than the white supremacists sometimes. I only hear white supremacists saying some of the things that, and the hate is a lot of, it's vitriol too. It's a lot of vitriol. All right, let me see who was in line first. I will call out your area code. Please answer. If you don't answer in a quick manner, we're gonna have to move on because other people want to get on. Like I said, I can't be on here that long, but let's get it. Area code 707, you're on the show.
Hi, Phil. It's Kimberly from the True Royal family. How you doing?
How you doing, Sister Kimberly?
Oh, I'm doing really good. It's ironic that you are talking about this subject. I just got off the phone talking to someone about what I went through all through this year on YouTube. And I'm still bitter about it, and I'm trying my best to get past it. And I've been hacked twice. I've been spoofed, and the other day I went and donated to another GoFund, and I realized that this year alone I donated to 10 different channels. I'm always the first to donate because my father always say invest in your people and stuff.
Right.
And I just can't lie to the family. I'm still deeply hurt by what I went through. People that I was really close to walked away from me. My address was put out repeatedly, and then when I'm always the one running to help people, and then I got turned on. But the other thing is my hands wasn't always clean in the situation. When I got angry, I attacked and everything. So I didn't execute certain things right too as well too. I would never insult anyone's intelligence. So I've been trying my best to work on it, but it's painful because it's from your own people. And then the other battle is got a battle. People don't even know what it takes to keep up these channels. And you got to watch how you word stuff or put a title, because somebody always flagging you and messing with you and messing with you and messing with you and messing with you. So it's like we're fighting all these different wars and stuff, and it can wear you down mentally and everything. And so so I decided to reach out and talk to someone, because sometimes I'll think on the negative side, I want to put out a negative video, and I know that's not good to do that because I have to keep forging on. But I'm more deeply impacted by the attacks from my own people, because I'm not in competition with my family. It don't make no sense to me. I'm always supportive and everything like that. And then the other little thing I wanted to throw out there too, Phil, have you heard of Black Junction TV?
Yes, I heard about it. I kind of looked at it last night. I signed up, just to, I'll see how it works out, and everything. And
Okay.
maybe I, eventually, just with time, see if I can, talk to them brothers and see how they running things.
A lot of us is already going over there. And yesterday, Lisa Cabrera put up a live stream, and, they still building. But the one thing that I will say is a lot of us is already putting our videos over there. The energy that you feel over there is totally different. It's just like we just want to put our content out. We just want to be with our own people. And it's just some people don't fully even care about all these wars that we are that we are dealing with. And eventually we're going to have to invest in ourselves, or we're going to continue to keep having these damn battles. And what I have realized is we can't save them all. You got our own that want to just drag you in the mud, and you don't want them to drag you back because you want to lash out and everything. And we're going to have to invest in ourselves. We can talk all this good stuff, but at the end of the day, are you really going to invest in your people? Are you really going to invest in your people? You know, and I agree with you. When we put up something, we're questioning this and that. I remember I told you somebody came to my channel a couple of weeks ago to have a discussion with me about you having a Patreon account. I didn't even talk to them. I just blocked them. I'm like, what is this about? Why are you coming over here to me talking to me?
Yeah, and like I said, and like you said, like you said, those people, they'll never question, and they got mad when I said that. I said, y'all don't question the white YouTubers about theirs, and they be getting their bread, on theirs. I don't get nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to me, why he this and why he that, and like that's the thing. As a black person, it's frustrating.
That was like that's even like the Bank Black movement. I went back and did another video on it, mm-hmm. and people were like, "How we know them banks is real? Do your damn research. Do your research. They can't just arbitrarily throw up a bank. They have to go through all the standards that they have to go through. They get federally insured and everything. And it's like, I'm not saying not to question anything, but why you don't question the white folks? You having blind faith with them? Is that what it is? And they pissing in our face every day.
And the thing is, about you said, when you mentioned blind faith, the only one you're supposed to have blind faith with is God. And the thing is, a lot of black people look at the white folks as their God because they looking at white Jesus every day, and they believe, and they got white Jesus hanging up in their house and everything. So a lot of black folks do look at white people as their gods. That's why they don't question them. That's why they forgive them unconditionally. No matter what they do to them, it's okay. But let a black person do one thing to them, they're ready to cut our heads off.
Yes, that is true. And the other thing that I wanted to say is this sister thinking that she's doing something, putting up this show and all this type of stuff. I'm seeing the shenanigans.
Sister Kimberly, can you get a little close to your phone? Because I can't hear you too well.
Yeah, I was saying I'm seeing the shenanigans is getting ready to go down. Okay, they didn't just took off the Roland Martin show, and they don't want us to have any type of news media. They want to just have all these goofy ass shows, and we have to watch for stuff like that. All of a sudden, you'll see this big purge of all these black shows, and it's just something to hold our attention and not pay attention to the system. I have seen this stuff before. I've seen it more than once, and they will invest in our demise, and that's one of the ways of doing it. They don't mind putting a couple of dollars in a couple of our pockets for us not to really be paying attention to what we need to be paying attention to. I can already see it. They want us to just, watch some old silly stuff. No, we need to know what's going on. So the people that got the YouTube channels out, they really, really, really gonna have to step it up, because they're making it harder and harder for us to put out this information that we need. That's why I'm always encouraging people to put channels out. And I'm gonna say this one last time: I'm not in competition with my people, and what I went through this year has deeply affected me, because I'm always trying to support my own. I'm not perfect in a situation, but I am highly disappointed in the lies and the attacks that I went through. And the thing that troubles me about this, the very person that will do crap like this, they'll go run and save them. And eventually they're going to show their true face. Thank you, Phil, for letting me render my voice, and I'm going to go back here and mod. Thank you very much.
Oh, no problem, sister. And see, like, when all that stuff happened with me, that's why all that people was hyping me, like I say, when I shut my show down for 7 days, at least publicly, but the people on Patreon saw the show. Because I was frustrated too, and I was gonna stretch it longer until they say, well, nah, because I say, I'm just kind of frustrated because you put in all this work and then you attack like that, like seriously. Let's say, with none of y'all attacking them, and you make excuses for it. So yeah, it do get frustrating. It really do. So let me go to the next caller here. Area code 207, you on the show.
Good morning, Phil. This is Lomo Fowler. How you been, man?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
Hey, ain't nothing. Hey, man. Yeah, I'm sorry about that in regards to the sister that just called, and it's really heartbreaking to see your own people attack you like that. That's just really depressing. But I know you mentioned something about Dr. Umar Johnson earlier about that whole stripper conscious thing.
That's not the purpose of what I did the stream for. Right? So I don't even want to get into that. So what about Umar Johnson?
Okay. Well, no. I was just going because you said you never came on the show and explained. He did do that on another show, so I'll just bring that up. But never mind that. But I think sometimes when you look at just the shape of our community and what it's in, I meet good brothers and sisters every day, and I try to find a way how to network all of them together, because it's like good black folks are only on small pockets of the community in the country and all over global. So it's kind of hard because it makes you, the condition that the people are in, it kind of makes it hard for you to feel like you are going to liberate your people,
Mm-hmm. I understand. Look, brother, I understand. It frustrates me at times that my audience that been watching me constantly don't know when I'm being sarcastic. They don't know if I'm speaking in a way that I'm just jugging at people a little bit. Like the one video, I it goes back to this one video I did about the black girl that I said that she had mental illness because she wrote down the things that she wrote down. She was a nurse. I had so many black people get mad at me for that video and did not understand that I was literally using the same talking points as the Caucasian mainstream media when they people do wrong. I was following that line and they didn't. It's like a lot of them did not get it until some of them say, "Are you doing it? Oh, I think you serious." I'm like, oh my God. And I'm just putting my head down. It's like
Man,
we don't.
Phil, man, I picked up on that the moment you started doing it. I was like, oh, I see what Phil doing there. Because every time no Caucasians do something, it's always an excuse. I was like, oh, I see what Phil's doing there. I actually cropped your video and put it on my Facebook, and I seen that you started posting them too. So I just share your video on Facebook. I know you don't be on there like that. But, a lot of people, you got a lot of people heated for that, man. But, yeah, man, I won't take up your time. I just, everything you're saying is accurate, and we really need to get ourselves together. But like the sister said, it has to take action, not words. And I'm just getting to that point where I'm like Dr. Khalid Muhammad, we tried everything, And, I mean, I'm a man of, like, whenever black people are ready. Oh, and one more thing. Constructive Criticism 69. That's my YouTube name. Do you mind unblocking me? Because I think one of your moderators blocked me as a troll, and I'm not. So, but yeah, Constructive Criticism 69. Well, thank you for taking my call, man.
All right, man. I don't know who be blocked. Like I said, I don't even be in that comment section like that, so I don't even know. So if I can. Area code 747, you on the show.
Yeah. All right. Listen, Phil. I don't understand how you can look at all these.
Wait.
Black people.
Wait. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
My name is John.
Okay, hello, John. Good morning.
Oh, okay. So,
Excuse me?
okay. Good morning to you, Phil.
Okay.
All right, listen. Good morning to you. Now, I don't know how you can look at all these incidents happening with black people and think that you are not the most inferior kind of people out there.
Okay, so stop right there. So how can you look at all the incidents with people in your group, and I report that every day, and you don't look at it and see that you're inferior? You lead, according to the FBI, you lead in the area of rape at 67%. You're arrested the most in this country at 72% because of systematic racism is the reason why you're not the most in prison.
Okay,
You lead. Hold on, no. You started the
Right.
conversation.
Hey,
You lead in drunk driving. You lead in drugs. You lead in every type of crime out there. I mean, pedophilia. Your community is pushing pedophilia. They have a group called NAMBLA, matter of fact, that's pushing, trying to get pedophilia as a sexual orientation. I mean, that is horrible. Black folks aren't pushing that. Black folks are the mass shooters of the world. Black folks are the domestic terrorists of the world in this country. Black folks are creating laws to harm people. Black folks are committing genocide against people. Black folks are creating pharmaceuticals that's harming people. And then when you create that, people die. You don't go to jail. I mean, what else that we can keep talking about here? I mean,
we're making all the scientific advances in the world. We're making all those scientific advances. Yeah, there's still going to be a few, casualties, okay? But we're doing good for the world, all right?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Doing good for the world is murdering people? That's doing good for the world?
Well, if it's for a good cause.
Excuse me?
If it's for a good cause.
What are you talking about?
If it's for a greater cause, then it's good.
Okay. And this is why the Lord has passed his judgment, and this is why you must go through that because you think of yourself as a God to say it's a greater cause, then you have to deal with the real God, and that's why you're seeing your fertility rates low and things. Europe are being taken over by immigrants and all these other things. Wait. Say that again. You got what? What you got?
A high IQ.
Oh my God! You got high IQ, man.
By the way, can I just tell you something? I'm just trolling you, man. All right.
You got a high IQ.
I'm just effing with you. That's why I'm using words.
I'm trolling too. Hey, I'm troll. Hey, you troll. I troll.
Huh?
I troll too. I could be a troll with the best of them.
Yeah. Look, I ain't got nothing against you. I'm just trying to mess with you, man.
Hey, and I ain't got nothing against you. You troll. I troll. I have fun. I make people laugh at the same time. It's all good. But I was using factual things. But hey, it's all good. You having fun? I'm having fun.
All right. I'm just wondering, why is it that black people do have problems creating their own businesses? Because I see Asian people, and they don't have any problems functioning in this country.
Because wait. Because white supremacy allows Asians to do it.
Why did they allow them to do it?
Because Asians aren't a threat to white supremacy.
Okay, but you are.
Yes, blacks are. Blacks are the only groups in this country that ever stood up to white supremacy. Asians never stood up to white supremacy. Hispanics never stood up to white supremacy. Arabs haven't stood up to white supremacy. Native Americans fought against white supremacy in the beginning, but they lost. But for the most part, they don't fight against white supremacy either. Black people has continually, and even to this day, still stand up to white supremacy. So yes, we're public enemy number one. You do not want black people to have anything because if you give us an inch, we take a mile. So yeah, what's your next question?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. Because if you can give a black person just a couple of bucks and you could turn that into $1 million. I mean, they are really smart when it comes to things like that. They really know if you give them the proper education and the funds to do what they need to do. That's why I'm telling you, if you got 3,000 members on your Patreon account, I mean, you would be a big competitor to certain mainstream media channels because people would rather go to you than over there.
Okay, so outside of that's all you had to say?
Yeah, thanks.
All right, well, thank you. Appreciate it. Hey, I like callers like that. I mean, shoot, it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I'm all good with him. It ain't no problem. Air code 817, you on the show.
Hello?
Yeah, speak up, man. What's up? You in your car?
Phil, can you hear me?
Badly.
Barely. Yeah, I'm in my truck, man. I drive 18-wheelers.
A word?
I'm up here down.
No, I'm listening to you. What's up?
Yeah, man, I want to answer that last dude right there, Phil. First of all, after you've been put through, and good morning to you, Phil.
Good morning, man. Good morning. Good.
Yeah, but after you've been put through slavery for 400 years, you was eating the worst food on the plantation. You wasn't getting the nutrients. They was selling all the fruits and vegetables and all of the good things that we need for our mental stimulation. Once you've been eating that for 400 years, you are going to be a damaged product. Now, not every black person is damaged. Let me just say that. Not every black person is damaged, but you have a large mass of people that's going to be damaged. So when it comes to starting your own business, we have a lot of black people that's optimistic that tries to start businesses that don't necessarily have the mental capacity to do it. But the thing about it is, for the black people that has the money and the mental capacity to do it, then they need to do it, join their forces, and then give the black people who don't necessarily have the mental capacity to do it, you got to give them jobs and pay them a healthy salary so that they can live a good quality of life. Let me just say that. I want to answer that question for him first. For the sister that came on earlier, Phil, let me just say this. She was talking about all the people that came into her life that's hurt, and the other guy came in and said his heart go out to her. My heart do not go out to her, because I'm going to tell you why. First of all, you should be happy that you see the real in people, not sad. You should be happy that you see the real. Even though it's your people, you should be happy that you can see the real. Because when you see the real in someone and it makes you sad, that's dysfunctional. It should make you happy that you see the real in that person so that you can eliminate that person from your circle so that you can go on and grow as a person and be successful. The thing about it is, we as black people, we have a misconception. And the thing about it is, man, we get into all of this race and all of these Confederate people and all of this and the flags and monuments and the word nigger. I want to go into that word right there, first of all. When people call you that, it has no life until you respond to it. Once you respond to it, you give it all the life in the world. As long as the person don't put their hands on you, don't even worry about it. But when they put their hands on you, then you just haul them out to the max. I mean, aggression, unthinkable aggression. You just put the work in that's necessary to put in. And I'm not advocating violence. I'm advocating self-defense. You know, we as black people, man, we have so much opportunity, but they come in and they just hit you with all kinds of stuff. And instead of focusing on what's coming out of people's mouths, you got to stay in your lane. You got to stay focused in your lane with your growth and what you're trying to accomplish. Man, I drive 18-wheelers, but I also drive Uber on the side, too, in the evening time.
My brother, brother man. Hey, brother man, I'm gonna have, like I appreciate you calling my brother, but I'm gonna have to go let some other callers in. But I thank you for calling me, brother.
All right,
I appreciate you, man. Stay safe on that road. All right, the brother man getting a little winded on me. 206, Erico 206, you on the show.
Good morning, Phil. How's it going?
Good morning. How you doing? Man, why is my sound so low?
I'm doing well. This is Abu calling from Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington?
Yes.
Oh man, how do you make it up there in Seattle, Washington, brother?
Brother, I'm about to tell you my story, because I always listen to your show. I was born and raised in Africa, but I've lived here for almost 20 years. I was a corrections officer for almost 8 years. I've worked in all different levels of security in
Uh-huh.
prisons, but I was listening. Actually, the way I found you is I was facing a lot of discrimination for many, many years, where they took me and put me in a basement. They locked me in this basement as my office and isolated me with other inmates, I think possibly for them to do something to me. So, because I've always stood up for my rights. But as far as we talk about African, people that come from Africa, because I hear that people say, oh, even Africans, the immigrants, they shouldn't give them a job, over black people. But one thing I have realized is I have worked around folks. A lot of white immigrants come to this country, and people don't understand that they're from Europe. Europeans accept them as their own, and they give them jobs. So when Africans come here, most people, what they don't realize, us Africans, we are already brainwashed as well. We are very much brainwashed than black people here because people thought we were left alone, but we were colonized by Europeans.
Hold on,
And we
brother,
still learn
brother,
everything
brother. Hold
in
on,
the school.
brother. Hold on
Yeah.
a quick second.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear him? Is he a little better? I'll turn up his volume a little bit. Hey, go ahead and speak, brother.
So majority of people in America, because when I first, I was married here a long time ago. My wife was an African American from, South Carolina. So a lot, mostly us Africans, when we come here, tend to gravitate to where our black brothers and sisters, the communities they live in, we gravitate towards that. So the difference in work ethic, like the only difference between us and many people that live here is most of our brothers and sisters have been oppressed their whole life. Us as Africans, no matter what, even if we're poor, we have this dream that we want to fulfill. So when we come here, no matter what people do, we just keep focusing on that to try to achieve it. But I think in order for us as black people to really strengthen, especially brothers and sisters that are here, I don't think we would ever liberate without Africa. And the African Americans are really, really needed, to liberate Africa because Africans would not do it on their own. I'm just letting you know our people there are way more brainwashed than people here because even after slavery, people say slavery was over, but it wasn't. They colonized Africa. It's called slavery, but it's a fancy name.
Hey, brother, brother from Seattle, my brother. Okay, I definitely get your point. Like I said, because you're going on a little longer than what we can accept. But I appreciate you watching the show. I gotta move on because I can't be here too much longer. Okay, but you have a great day.
Okay, you too.
All right, let's see. Go to the next call here. All right, caller 267, you on the show.
Hi, sir. How you doing? My name is Brother Cody. Just wanted to say first off, just that I'm enjoying your show. I've been watching a bit, and what I just wanted to say real quick was when you're considering certain factors in the black community, right? When it's coming to social, especially, and when it's also coming to mental aspects. What I wanted to ask was, what do you think about certain things when it comes to keeping the commandments, particularly with the Bible? What's your thought about that?
Well, I mean, if some people follow the Bible, some people don't. But if people could actually follow a lot of things that's in the Bible and live it, we probably wouldn't have a lot of problems that we have today. That's just all over the world. But outside of that, what's your point at using the commandments? What's your point?
Well, my point with that particularly is exactly what you just said, is that if people actually do go back to that and they do actually keep the commandments, that it will bring about...
Well, hold on. I got to interject.
Lifestyle.
Are you saying people or are you saying black people?
I'm saying more in particular people in general. It is something that is important with the black community. But the thing is that...
Well, is it okay? Well, I'm trying to figure out why you if you say people and you jump back to the black community, why are you doing that?
The reason that I'm doing that is because when you actually look at...
Can you speak into your phone? Hold on, can you speak into your phone? Because I can't hear you too well.
Oh, I apologize. Here, can you hear me a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, just talking to your phone because you went kind of low.
Okay, how about now?
That didn't do any better. Let me see what I can do on my end. But anyway, what's the point of the question?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's the point of the question?
The point of it was that when in my personal lifestyle, right? I believe that you should actually be...
And hold on, wait for the audience's sake. What is your personal lifestyle? Because we don't know what you're talking about.
Right. That's why I'm going to say, in my own personal lifestyle, I try to actually practice what I preach or just do what I say. And that is basically keeping the commandments. But when I do that, it's a whole nother thing than just going to church. It's a whole nother thing than just going ahead and, picking up a Bible, reading it, and then continue to do what people would normally do out in the city, out in the world and stuff like that. Because the Bible actually tells you that you do practice it, that if you are to commit a sin, right, that means that according to 1 John 3:4, you're actually transgressing against the law. But the only way you're going to know that is if you know what the commandments are. And that's in the first 5 books of the Bible. Now, the reason for me...
Hey, let me ask you a question. You mentioned the commandments. Hold on. You mentioned the commandments. Wasn't the first commandment says to not have any gods before him? Wasn't that about the first commandment?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It says that he's the Lord your God. He is the only God.
Okay, and he said to have no other gods before him, right?
Yes, sir. True.
Okay. So what's the definition of racism?
The definition of racism...
Yeah.
If I were to personally define it, it would have to be the actual subjugation of a people, but based on race, based on skin color. But
that's what you call systemic or institutional racism. Well, hold on, let me correct you. Hold on. That what you just described was systemic or institutional racism. No, what we're saying is racism was the belief of one's race as being superior to another. That's the true definition of racism, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So since God said in the first commandment, you say you practice the commandments, that not have any other gods before him. Yeah. This is what he said, right? Okay. So
right.
If you have people who believe that their skin color makes them superior above other races and have a system, and you admitted that there's a system in this country that treats other people that is non-white as less than and discriminate against them, would you say those who believe they're superior are acting like they're a god?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
That means
hold on.
Yeah.
So since you believe that, and that's the commandment, you say you practice it, what are you doing to dismantle white supremacy?
What's that, sir?
Since that is the commandment and you believe that and you say you act on the commandments, what are you doing to dismantle white supremacy?
Well, that's the thing, is that when it comes to white supremacy, you are sinning, because the thing is that the Bible, it doesn't even distinguish based on skin color. It distinguishes based on nations. And when it comes to nations, what the people need to do is that they need to actually return to the one true God, the one true creator. And if you do that, you'll actually end up becoming a Hebrew. You'll actually end up becoming a Israelite.
Okay,
But
so hold on. So hold on, sir. Hold on.
That's actually
Sir, give me a second. So basically what you're saying is white supremacy is a sin.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so would you? Okay, so would we? You also agree with me that the teaching of white supremacy is a doctrine of demons? Would you say that as well?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, see, we learned a lot today. So basically, white supremacy is evil against God. It's a sin. It's a doctrine of demons. And now you see, if you say you're a good Christian or whatever you want to believe out of the Bible, so now you see why you must dismantle white supremacy.
Yeah.
Because what does Romans say in the first chapter about going along with things and not calling it out? What does it say about that? About the judgment of people who go along with things? Now, have you ever went along with white supremacy?
I apologize. What was the question exactly?
I said that in Romans chapter 1, they talk about those who know sin is going on, but don't say anything or try to do anything about it. And they go along with that sin. And then it talks about how not only those that will be judged that commit the sin, but those who went along with it. So what I'm saying is, have you ever went along with white supremacy?
No. The thing is that I had to ask that because I wasn't sure exactly what verse you were referring to in Romans chapter 1. I do remember where it's talking about, people would actually be worshiping the creature more than the creator. I remember that about it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a crazy situation, man.
I agree with you, but hey, man, but you know what? It was good talking to you. You established some good talking points today. You say white supremacy is a sin. White supremacy is a doctrine of demons. And I appreciate you every bit, man. Thank you for your call. That was a good call, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he actually put out some more truth that we already talked about, but it's good for it was coming from him. Area code 651, you on the show.
Greetings, esteemed brethren. This is Cerulean Gray from St. Paul.
How are you this morning?
I'm all right. Just tuning in. Very rarely do I catch your show. I didn't know you actually started taking calls.
Yeah, I decided to do that this morning. I was in a good mood.
Yeah, but I did notice one thing from a few of the callers. You had the one troller calling, trying to make the point that Asians, for instance, do better or have no problem coming here. And the appropriate response is they really have no choice when Asia basically owns most of your manufacturing. And so,
no. Asians are allowed to have the manufacturing from white people, because at any given moment, if white people wanted to, they can pull out of China and all those countries, and then they're done for. So no, they actually don't run anything. They're dependent on white people too.
They can't really pull out of China because
why they can't?
It's cheaper to manufacture
No.
cheaper
Hold
to
on. Why
manufacture
can't they pull out?
China?
The Chinese government isn't holding American companies there. They can pull out tomorrow.
Because as an ultra capitalist, which is what the Plutarchs are, it's cheaper to manufacture in China.
Okay, but they're there. Okay, I get that, but they're there by choice. They're not forced to be there.
No, they're not forced to be there.
Okay.
And when you said aloud, you should get Henry Kissinger's book on China. He basically breaks this down in eras of Chinese development, in which the United States corporations, whenever they went into the deals with the Chinese to manufacture American goods, the Chinese got a hold of our manufacturing processes in which they could actually break away from America itself and manufacture those goods and offer them on the market for a fraction of the cost that it would be if they were to manufacture those goods in the United States. And so the other American, British, international competitors would basically be tools to allow China to outdevelop them, which they've basically done. And these are Asians that are in countries like Malaysia, like China, Korea, South Korea, which has your biggest cell phone company in the world, Samsung, which makes your AMOLED screens for Apple. So if Apple decided to pull out of Asia, Samsung could actually run them out of business. And this is the reason why Koreans, for instance, do much better, because this is what they do with the money that they make from American manufacturing. That's the price of plutocracy when they ship the jobs to those countries. The other thing was with the TV, and I noticed with black folks, we easily get caught up into the bread and circus of the nonsensical stuff. You know, they're trying to make America white again. This is the reason why even the media, they're trying to make media white again, which is why they basically demonetized YouTube in the first place, and then came back with the restructured settlement to basically undercut or give the YouTube content creators less money. And now there's net neutrality, in which they don't even want you to see the proper content that you want to see. And if you notice, even as I'm looking at your YouTube right now, I see a bunch of nonsense in my recommendations on the side of me that I don't normally look at. I never searched for them, but this is how they're doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you there, man. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and go, bro. I mean, I appreciate you calling, though. I got to move on, ladies and gentlemen. Area code 407, you on the show?
Hey, good morning, Phil. How are you?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind?
My this brother Jeff calling from Orlando, Florida, man. Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. So, actually, man, I'm calling about the thing that about black people. You said black people selling out for each other. That's what you were saying.
That was part of what I said, but what's on your mind about it?
Well, I think that black people are, I think they're ignorant to their own culture. Like they don't know, they don't see the racism here in America. You know, like for example, I know you heard about the situation with the owner of the Golden Crust, the Caribbean spot with the Caribbean spot Jamaican restaurant. You heard about the situation, how they say that he committed suicide and things like that.
I
don't know if you heard.
Hey man, you got your TV turned up?
What What you say now?
You got your TV turned up?
Yeah, I'm actually, man. I'm actually at my doctor's right now, man. So
You actually at where?
I'm at the doctor's office right now.
Oh, you're at the doctor's office. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. So I'll just
Getting a checkup?
yeah, I know the CG kind of. Yes, sir.
Good. Because a lot of times brothers not gonna go to the doctor. Brothers need to be going to the doctor at least once a year, at least.
Exactly.
Get a thorough checkup because we catch things. But so you said a restaurant owner, they say it's suicide. So what are you getting at with that? Because I have to hurry up, move to the next caller, bro.
Okay. Well, so my thing is that you said, you know how black people like to stick together and things like that. You know, if I don't know if you familiar with the Caribbean culture, you see how the Haitians, the Jamaicans, you see, because with the situation with the guy that died, they say that committed suicide. I think that's a lie because I think they killed him. The whole thing was that as he was an owner, as he came to America, he got all his family members. They all of them put their money together, and they created a $1 billion company. Because the Golden Crust is known for good Jamaican beef patties. You know, because they got it in New York, they got it here in Orlando where I live at. You know, and as far as for black people in America, they don't have that a lot. You know, because they're ignorant to their own culture. Because obviously they can't come. Like, you never notice, Phil, how Caribbeans come here to the States and they create their own businesses. They don't, they work for themselves. But for black people, for the black that was born in America, they can't do that. They can't do that because they don't know how to multiply. They don't know how to put their heads together. You know, I think it's a destruction of like you said. I think it's the white supremacy is destroying the black community. You know, so that's my point, right? That's my point of view right there. You know, I'm just saying. I'm a Haitian descendant. You know, and here in Orlando, there's a lot of Haitian restaurants, Jamaican restaurants, and you know, and I have family members that in the Haitian restaurant, they have their own business as well. So I just want to put that out, man. You know, because for black people in America, they can't, they just can't do it, man. You know,
we can do it, like I said, like them
brothers
did in Memphis. I don't know if you heard about that in Memphis. They ended up buying 2 parks. Black people got together with a company called Memphis Green Space. I think it was called. And I like how they did that. They didn't put black in the title, so nobody knew who they were. They raised $250,000 on their own, bought those 2 parks, and took down those Confederate statues. And boy, them folks are hot right now. Because them black people took down them statues. Oh, they hot. They hot. It was so funny. But anyway, brother, I'm going to go ahead and go, man, but I appreciate you calling.
All right, Phil.
All right, bro. Take care of yourself. Area code 317, you on the show.
Morning, Phil. How you doing today?
Oh, man, I'm black.
I hear you, bro. Yeah, I just wanted to make a quick comment about the original subject that you were talking about with Dr. Umar.
Right.
The first thing I wanted to state was that, when you're trying to do good for your community, regardless of whatever color your skin is, you're always going to run into some sort of adversity. And I don't know if Dr. Umar is listening to the show, or maybe he'll watch it later on, but I just wanted to give some words of encouragement for him, because when I heard you reading his statements, it sounded like he was giving up. And from what I heard, because I've been watching the live stream pretty much since you came on this morning, is that the court hearing isn't until January 2018.
Yeah.
And it sounds to me like he's almost ready to fold already, because he had made the statement that black people have finally succeeded at trying to get his license revoked, or getting it revoked, and we haven't even gotten to the hearing yet. So I'm hoping that he hasn't become utterly discouraged and hasn't given up, because he shouldn't give up. I mean, if he has the credentials, he worked hard to get there. He obviously has good intentions, in my opinion. So I don't think that he should just be, ready to fold already, especially
well, I mean, it's easy to say.
He hasn't even crossed that bridge yet.
Brother, that's easy to say, but
yeah.
You're not dealing with it. And I'm not saying I dealt with it on his level, but I know how it feels that when you're being attacked constantly, and then, you look at also, like, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. He look at his white counterparts. They don't have to worry about their credentials being questioned all the time, or people constantly calling the board and trying to get their licenses revoked. He look at that too, but yeah, he's fighting for black folks.
That's right, Bill.
It could make you give up. Like, look, if it was white supremacy doing it to him, he would take it better, because okay, these white folks attacking me.
I hear you.
But when your own do it to you,
yeah, I hear you, Phil. But I'm gonna say this, man. Like, as a black man, as a believer in the Bible, like one of your previous callers mentioned, Christ, the story of Christ in the New Testament, if you read it and have read the entire thing, you realize he was persecuted all the way to the cross. He could have given up. He was a man, a fleshly man, but he was a son of God. He could have given up, but he didn't. He knew the price that he would have to pay for our sins, but he went all the way to the end, and he received the ultimate prize. And he's sitting at the right hand of the Father, and I'm speaking this as a believer and from a spiritual aspect. Now, Christ, and my belief as a God-fearing man, is that he led the ultimate example. And the one thing that I get from his life story, from the New Testament, is that out of all the persecution, everything he went through, they hung him up on a cross and killed him. He could have came down off the cross. And as a believer, we believe this. But he stayed up there, paid the ultimate price, but he received the ultimate reward. And I think that that's an example that Dr. Umar can follow and should follow, that he shouldn't give up. I understand that he's going through it. I'm black, you're black. We understand the price that we have to pay just for being black. But if we give up,
and male,
then the fight is definitely over. Then it's over. And like I said, his hearing isn't until January. So I would recommend, and I'm sure that he will, when he, pulls himself together, that he keeps fighting for what he has and fighting for what he has to do.
Well, I agree. I agree.
Say, Phil, we want to hold you up.
Okay, but I was gonna say that I do agree with him that maybe he should just take a little break, and because he, he's busy a lot. So all of us should take a break sometime.
That's right.
And just clear our head, because when you're tired, you make rash decisions, and so I think he should take a break. So, but anyway, I appreciate you, man, calling.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Phil, take care.
Let's see here. Area code 305, you on the show.
What's going on, Phil? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
All right.
I just wanted to run through a couple of points with you. I'm calling from Miami. I am too a fellow Haitian descent. I'm first-generation born American, but my dad is Haitian. And the last call, the caller before last, the one that was calling from Orlando, I wanted to add some points to what he was saying. Like, with black immigrants, what we also get is that white society tries to play us a lot of the times against black Americans. And they'll give us like some BS compliments about, we're not like the other blacks. We're smarter. We're more cultured. We're more, we're less temperamental. And even as a kid, I never fell for that because I always felt like it was a game, especially if Haitian history and with the French. I always felt like, man, I don't believe none of y'all compliments. I might be smart. Yeah, I might be talented. But the reason you're giving me the compliment is not because I'm smart and because I'm talented. And, speaking, I used to work with a couple of Asians, and speaking to them, they also get it. But the difference between Asians and a lot of black immigrants is that Asians, they think they're playing a long game and they're going to like catch white supremacy off guard and kind of like play into this model minority myth. And I always tell them, like, y'all not going to be able to outsmart white supremacy the way y'all think y'all are. They know y'all playing the long game. If you talk to Chinese and Japanese, they think they're so much smarter than everybody else. I'm like, no, yes, You might be educated, you might be hardworking, but the reason why you're advancing is not because you're educated and because you're hardworking. It's because, like you told the caller, the white caller, it's because white society sees you as a less of a threat. And the second you try to buck up, they're going to remind you why they saw you as less of a threat.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If Kim Jong-un was to do any kind of attack on this country, Asians are done. Because you know how white folks act? All y'all North Korean. They don't want to hear that you Japanese, you Chinese. They'll start burning down their businesses. They'll start treating them bad. They'll beat them up. You know how white folks are. Just like when the Arabs, when 9/11 happened, they start burning down Arab people businesses, beating them up, doing all kind of things to them.
And it was all Arabs. It was all Arabs they treated like that.
Yeah, they didn't say, "Oh, he from Pakistan," or "He ain't from this," or "No, he okay." No. And so if Kim Jong-un do something like that, that modern minority thing gonna be gone. Trust me. Them white supremacists gonna go over there and destroy it. They probably want to destroy it anyway because they mad that they don't have that stuff.
And I just wanted to finish that and touch on one more point. So the point I wanted to make was, we know about the model minority myth, and we know how that's going to work against Asians in the long run. But I also wanted to add, about Dr. Umar Johnson. It's sad because I've been following Dr. Umar Johnson since at least about 2013, maybe 2012, right when people started posting his videos on YouTube. I've been following him, and I knew eventually somebody was going to come after him. I was low-key, I was kind of hoping it would be white society instead of us, because at least you could understand why white society would come after him. But when you see the people, when you see some black feminists coming after him and, some LGBT brothers and sisters coming after him, it's like, okay, let's say Dr. Umar Johnson might have some problematic ideas about black feminism or LGBTQ. Let's say if that's true. But his overall goal and his message is not negative. And I don't know what the people like Amber Phillips or Jamila Lemieux, I don't see what they're doing or saying that can garner any type of real support that Dr. Umar Johnson has. Nobody's trying to listen to these women and some of these LGBTQ people. And I think what they're trying to do is rip down the Tariq Nasheeds, rip down the Dr. Umar Johnsons, rip down people like you so that we're forced to listen to them. But we won't. I don't think people understand it. Like, just because you killed this one option doesn't mean I'm coming to listen to you now, because you're not saying anything worth listening to. All you're trying to do is push a white supremacist agenda towards the black community. And I tell my LGBTQ brothers and sisters that all the time. Like, I don't hate you. I want you to live your life and be prosperous. And I don't believe there should be any law against what you do and whatever. But understand the reason why white supremacy, white society is elevating you in a particular way is not because they actually believe in what you're trying to do and how you're trying to live. It's because they're trying to cause division. And if you don't understand that, then you don't understand white supremacy, and you haven't opened a history book, I don't know, that says anything about history over the past 500 years. So I just wanted to leave you with that.
All right, man. I definitely appreciate you calling, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Let's see here. Area code 757. You on the show?
Hey, what's up, Phil? The last caller kind of got it for me. I just wanted to. I'm from Haitian descent. My name's Eric from I'm in Colorado, and I just wanted to say
all the Haitian brothers calling this morning. Shout out to Haiti, man.
Shout out to Haiti. Yeah, I just want to encourage everybody. Jamaicans, everybody, just don't let people convince others from other places to discriminate against Black Americans like they somebody different or we better than them, or like even the African brother that called earlier. Sometimes to me, it sounds like a tone of like, sometimes they feel like they kind of better than, like Haitians or Jamaicans might be better than African Americans, but it's like you said, it's just what they allow people to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to encourage people to open their eyes and just realize that they're not keep the division up, That's really it, though, man. I appreciate everything you do. Just keep doing it. I'm going to support.
All right, brother. I appreciate you calling. You know, and Trump, you know, like I said, right now, trying to deport a bunch of Haitians right now. So, I mean, no, trust me, you black. In the system of white supremacy is only white and non-white. That's it. Area code 817, you on the show. 817.
Good morning, man. I just want to say, you know, I like what them brothers are saying. My father's great grandmother was Haitian too, and I'm Indian on my father's side and my mother's side, and Caucasian. So shout out to them brothers. And like I say, you know, we as black people, we gotta just start worrying about us. We can't worry about racism. We can't worry about, so we gotta stop begging. The white man and man work.
Bro, I can't hear your phone breaking up. You're not rocking that Metro PCS, huh, brother?
Nah, this AT&T, man. I'm in my truck, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm in 18 wheeler.
Okay.
I'm on the road. I'm down here in Schulenburg,
okay.
Victoria.
Okay.
So we gotta just, you know, we gotta do the work, man, without to be recognized. You know, that's just it, man. I just wanted to say that, but you know, I thank you for the opportunity, Phil. You know, I think you're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. I used to watch another YouTuber, but I don't watch him no more. You know, I've been watching you for the last few years, so you're doing a good job, man. Thanks for all the hard work.
Well, brother, I thank you for joining us over here, and you know, stay safe out down that road.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see. Area code 347. You on the show?
Hey, how you doing, Phil, man?
What's up, man?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? Man, look, man, I love your show, man. I'll be watching it, man, almost every time you upload something, man. And I've been trying to get in touch with you, you know, so this is like the first time I'm able to call in and actually talk to you live, man. I'm excited. But when do you think you'll be, like, traveling and stuff like that? Because I know you trying to get like, you know, more people to join Patreon and donate and stuff like that to help you out with the platform.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm living in Baltimore, you see what I'm saying? And it's like a real bad, like, crisis as far as like the opiates and stuff like that. It's like a lot of young kids popping those Percocets and stuff like that because the unemployment rate is like real high, you see what I'm saying? And they closing down schools left and right. So you're seeing young kids 13, 14, 15, ripping and running the streets, taking those Xanax, taking those Percocets, selling drugs and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't, you know, bring that to, you know, like attention, you see what I'm saying? Then the murder rate is high. It's like, you know, per capita, it's only like 6,000 in the city of Baltimore, and the murder rate is almost at 400. And it's all it is young people killing each other, man. It's sad.
Yeah, well, it sounded like they took education away. They don't have no job opportunities. It sounded like, and when you have no job opportunities, no education, it's a cesspool for crime. And you have to understand, white people are allowing that to happen, and they're containing the crime to the black areas. Because notice that crime don't spill to the white areas, right?
Right.
Like Malcolm X say,
gentrification, you know.
But I bet you got a bunch of cops over there, right?
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous, man. Then they're doing a lot of gentrification, man. Like, it's whole city blocks, you see what I'm saying? Just vacant houses. They going in, you know, giving, it might be a older person right there, you know, on social service, they getting food stamps and stuff like that. And they offering them like $15,000, $20,000 for their home, and they don't have nowhere else to go. They pop the whole block and they turn it down. They moving in, you know, white folk, man, and it's crazy, man. And a lot of people don't talk about that shit, you know.
Hey, they gentrifying right here in Houston. They gentrifying everywhere, man. And the thing about it is, you know, just the way they do it. You know, it's just they allow the neighborhood to be in a cesspool when black folks have it. But watch, when all the white folks move in, you ain't gonna see no more drugs no more because the white folks gonna make sure you get out of there.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, man.
Yeah, but
it's sad, man. Like, people don't talk about my city, man. It's like,
well, you know what?
crazy, man,
like I said, you need to talk about your city. You got social media?
Yeah.
You can't depend on. Look, let me tell you something.
Right.
I can't do everything. If you in your own city and you feel that passionate about your city, take that iPhone or whatever phone you got, start recording, start making some videos, and reaching out and create your own platform, my brother.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're absolutely right, man. I'm gonna tell you, I take what I see you doing, man. Let that motivate me, and spread the word.
There you go, man. You got the passion for your city. Now go report the stories.
All right, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you taking my call, man. You have a good one.
All right, brother. Stay blessed.
All right, you too.
All right. Area code 803. You on the show?
Hey, how's it going, Phil?
I'm all right. Good morning.
This is Adamir calling out of Bishopville, South Carolina.
All right. South Carolina. What's on your mind?
Yeah. Well, first, brother, I'd like to say I appreciate what you've been doing with your platform, especially as of recently, man. I really got to give you kudos and respect on that. In regards to this whole Umar Johnson situation, man, it hurt when I found out about it on my way home from work and just happened to tune into, whatever was going on in social media. And it kills me, man, because this brother's been trying to put in that work for several years now to have this dream achieved. And, he tried to grassroot it from the ground up, and he didn't receive any real support monetarily. Didn't even reach a quarter of his goal. And the entire time people were throwing shade at him, constantly saying that he wasn't accredited, to the point where even when he went on that TV One show, that was one of the questions that came up, as though they couldn't research it themselves and actually put it out.
And
there.
let me jump in there for a second. Roland Martin is supposed to be a journalist with a lot of years experience. He should have researched that and put that to bed instead of asking that dumb question. Roland, he acts like an amateur, and that proved it, because I would not attack any of my guests unless my guests just come out saying something just crazy. You get what I'm saying? Then I have to stand. Like Amber Phillips, yeah, I would have went at her. Matter of fact, I would have kicked off my show. She wouldn't have been saying no stupid crap like that. But that's Roland. But anyway.
I was going to say, he let her back on, apparently. I don't keep up with his show, but apparently even after she made those dumbass statements about all men being involved in rape in some sort of way, he still let her back on his show. So it's like, I can't fool with Roland Martin at all.
Yeah, that's something. That's what we talk about. Those simp black men. They don't have no backbone. Like I said, man, look, male or female, you're not coming on this show talking crazy. You ain't coming here doing that. I would never let nobody, male or female, come and make an egregious statement like that with no facts, no study, no nothing. Just run off at your mouth. No, But that's what they get for giving that female a platform. One person say Roland is on the payroll. Yeah, Roland, like when Jake Tapper went there, Roland, he kept his mouth shut. He know not to stand up to the man.
Right. He's a man first. He's a Christian man first. Yeah.
Whatever.
But after that interview that he did on that TV One network, there were folks that were still trying to throw shade at him. They actually took the time out, paid a little money to get their research done, and they found out that this man was accredited. Now, all of a sudden, when they find out that he truly was accredited, all the haters jump on that, apparently. And it's a shame that someone can go to school, pay money to an institution, get a degree, get an accreditation, And now it seems that they're getting ready to strip this from him because people are upset with him. To me, it makes no sense. I wish him the best, but it's hurtful to think about it, And then the few funds, now that they've potentially taken away this man's accreditation, and he basically has announced that he's going to fall back. Now they're trying to say, oh, well, he's going to take that money and run with it. See, I told you guys that he was nothing. And that kind of stings even more because, there were a lot of people that rolled with this dude. Now, I don't believe he's going to take that money and try to live, rich for the rest of his days with it. I truly believe that he was out there trying to build his school. But I don't know what it is with some of our own in our community. It's like we gave up on the idea of having strong male leadership, and all we want are twerk videos and gay rights and, the ability to go shopping. And that really
and
hurts
we
me at the
want
end of the
and
day.
all
Like,
we want to do is push thug culture. Now, thug culture is real, not rape culture. Though we want to push thug culture. And we want to push Wild Honey, the Hood Rats. That's fine. And we can watch Hood Rats all day on freaking VH1. And that makes a lot of money for white folks. The thing is, there is a section of black people that hate black people. In my opinion, worse than a white supremacist hate black people. Seriously. Trust me, they got black folks that hate you. They see you and they want to kill you. Other black folks. That's a reality that black people got to accept. Everybody black ain't your brother, and your brother or your sister now. You better get that in your head real quick. I know. I mean, like I said, I'm a realist. I'm a realist, brother. I'm a realist, and I see everything for how it really is. Okay. Like Minister Farrakhan said, we fighting a war on two fronts, a war within and a war without. And he's right about that.
Yes, sir.
But anyway,
yes,
brother, I definitely appreciate you calling, man. Thank you.
All right, sir. Appreciate you.
All right. Let me see who this is. This is interesting. All right, caller, you on the line.
Hello?
You on the line.
Hello?
Hello, you on the line.
You said earlier that, yeah, I know. You said earlier that if you believe that you're superior to someone, then you're worshiping a God, right?
What's your point?
Right?
What is your point?
So, don't most Christians worship different gods then? Because, are we all, like, superior than, like, other animals, like more intelligent than other animals and stuff like that?
You should be more intelligent than... Hold on, wait. You should be more intelligent than an animal. You're mankind.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
So my point is that, like, by that point, like, most Christians worship two different gods then.
They don't worship two different gods.
Really?
No, they don't.
Well, how's it different?
I have to
how's
teach
it
you
different from your point earlier that...
What point earlier did I make?
Oh, I was just asking how... You made that sense, like, white people, they feel like they're superior than, like, other people, that they worship a different God.
I didn't say white people. Wait. I didn't say white people feel they're more superior than anybody else. That's not what I said.
Huh? Well, what did you mean?
See, you weren't even listening. I said those who practice white supremacy believes their race is superior than other people. That's what I said.
So basically, if you believe that you're superior than someone else, then you worshiping something like that, right?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. If a person believes their race is superior than other races of people, then they have a system called white supremacy that backs that belief up based on institutional racism. Okay. So in this society, they believe in their minds that they're superior. They have fashioned themselves as a god. That's what I said.
All right, I understand. I got another question too. In a lot of your videos, I see like when there's like white people like doing like criminal activities and stuff like that, you call them Neanderthals. Isn't that like kind of like disrespectful and like, I don't know, like not necessary?
Neanderthal is a scientific term that scientists talked about many times. If you do your research, that is an accurate term.
Mm-hmm.
So what's wrong with using a scientific term? Excuse me?
Because white people are mainly humans. Like they're mainly like, I know they're like 4%, but they're still 96% human being. I don't understand why you call them off their 4%. It's like calling white people black because they're like 4% black.
So what's your point by bringing that up?
Shouldn't you like not call them like something they're not, basically?
Shouldn't you not try to tell me how to run my
like
show? Wait. Shouldn't you not try to tell me how to run my show?
I'm not trying to tell you how to run your
yes,
show.
You are.
Saying,
yes, you
I'm
are.
Just saying that
yes, you are, because you're trying to tell me what to say in my own commentaries. I don't tell you what to say on yours.
Okay, I understand, but I'm saying, don't you feel it's a little bit disrespectful calling them something they're mainly not?
No, I feel it's disrespectful for you to call me on my show and tell me what to say on my own platform. And I'm using a scientific term. That's what I find disrespectful.
I understand. Well, I mean, I'm just discussing like what we're like. I'm just discussing like about your show, basically. I'm not trying to disrespect you per se.
Okay, so what's your next point about the show?
Oh, that's it. That's my two main points I want to talk to.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Yeah, don't call me and tell me what to say on my show. That's a disrespectful thing, in my opinion. If I'm using scientific terms that's been in the dictionary, and way before I got here, I was taught in school that they came from Neanderthals, then don't get mad at me. Go get mad at the people that created that term Neanderthal, right? But anyway, thank you guys for joining us on the live stream this morning. All 1,000 or so of you guys. If you're here, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell. Also, join us on Patreon if you're not there for a small amount, $2 or $5 a month. It helps us create go with the show. YouTube is crazy. They demonetize videos all the time. I work hard on some videos. They demonetize them. We can't earn anything from it. So your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you to those who bought the new shirts. Think before you coon. I couldn't put coon on there. I had to put sell out. So, but it should be self-explanatory. Some people have comments saying, why did you put sell out instead of coon? Like, did you see the shirt, dude? Like, sometimes some of y'all comments, it really makes me shake my head. But outside of that, who's that? Anyway, all right. Whatever B, you're almost getting yourself blocked. Okay, I have a thing about that. Don't tell me what to do. You will get blocked. That's the thing. You call me a name. You try to tell me what to do, and it's not solicit or it's not in a helpful manner. You will get blocked. Just letting you know. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on the show today. Appreciate it. I see you guys. If you guys like morning shows, let me know. I noticed you guys jumped on pretty quick, and thank you for watching, and definitely see you on the next video.